Hello and welcome. You're listening to English in Mastery. I'm really glad you're here today. In this session, you're going to practice real English, the way people actually use it in daily life. No pressure, no rushing, just steady, natural progress. If this kind of practice is useful for you, take a moment to like the video and subscribe to English in Mastery. It helps the channel grow and lets more learners practice English in a natural way. Now, settle in, sit comfortably, relax your shoulders, and take a slow breath in and out. We'll start gently. Listen first. I'm here to practice my English. I'm here to speak more clearly and naturally. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to stay consistent. Now, say it with me. I'm here to practice my English. I'm here to speak more clearly and naturally. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to stay consistent. Again, smoother. I'm here to practice my English. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to stay consistent. Now let your mind shift into everyday English. Imagine a normal morning, nothing special, just real life. Listen. I just woke up. I'm still a bit tired. But I'm okay. I'm taking a moment before I get up. I'm letting my mind wake up slowly. Now, repeat. I just woke up. I'm still a bit tired. I'm taking a moment. I'm letting my mind wake up slowly. Now listen to how this sounds more natural. I've just woken up. And I'm taking things slow. I'm not in a rush yet. I'm giving myself a few quiet minutes before the day really starts. Now, shadow it. I've just woken up. I'm taking things slow. I'm not in a rush. I'm giving myself a few quiet minutes. Now imagine you're getting out of bed. Listen. I'm getting up now. I'm stretching a little. I'm checking the time. I'm thinking about what I need to do today. Now, repeat. I'm getting up now. I'm stretching a little. I'm checking the time. I'm thinking about what I need to do today. Now listen again. More connected. As I get up, I try to stay calm. I stretch. Take a deep breath. And remind myself that I don't need to rush. I'll handle the day step by step. Now, shadow it. I try to stay calm. I stretch and take a deep breath. I don't need to rush. I'll handle the day step by step. Now you're in the bathroom, starting your routine. Listen. I'm washing my face. I'm waking myself up. I'm starting to feel more alert. I'm getting ready for the day. Now, repeat. I'm washing my face. I'm waking myself up. I'm starting to feel more alert. I'm getting ready for the day. Now listen to a more natural thought. This routine helps me feel grounded. It's something familiar. Something simple. It helps me start the day with a clear head. Now, shadow it. This routine helps me feel grounded. It's familiar and simple. It helps me start the day with a clear head. Now imagine you're choosing what to wear. Listen. I'll wear something comfortable today. Nothing too complicated. I just want to feel good and relaxed. Now, repeat. I'll wear something comfortable today. Nothing too complicated. I just want to feel good and relaxed. Now listen again. I'm not overthinking it. I choose something easy. Something that feels right. Comfort matters more than anything else right now. Now, shadow it. I'm not overthinking it. I choose something easy. Comfort matters more right now. Great! Now you move into the kitchen. Listen. I'm making breakfast. I'm keeping it simple. I don't need a big meal. Just enough to get started. Now, repeat. I'm making breakfast. I'm keeping it simple. I don't need a big meal. Just enough to get started. Now listen to a more natural flow. I'm making breakfast. and letting my mind wander a little. I'm thinking about the day ahead, but I'm not stressing about it. I'm just moving at my own pace. Now, shadow it. I'm making breakfast. I'm letting my mind wander. I'm not stressing about the day. I'm moving at my own pace. Now imagine you're making coffee or tea. Listen. I'm making my coffee. This part of the morning feels familiar. It gives me a sense of comfort. Now, repeat. I'm making my coffee. This part feels familiar. It gives me a sense of comfort. Now listen again. There's something calming about this moment. The smell, the warmth, the quiet. It helps me feel ready. Now, shadow it. There's something calming about this moment. It helps me feel ready. Now imagine someone asks you a very common question later. How are you this morning? Listen. I'm doing okay. I'm a bit tired, but I'm feeling fine. I had a quiet start, which helped. Now, repeat. I'm doing okay. I'm a bit tired, but I'm feeling fine. I had a quiet start. Now listen to a more natural answer. I'm doing pretty well. Actually, I took my time this morning, and it helped me feel more balanced. Now, shadow it. I'm doing pretty well. I took my time this morning. It helped me feel more balanced. Now imagine you're checking your phone. Listen. I have a few messages. Nothing urgent. I'll reply when I have a moment. Now, repeat. I have a few messages. Nothing urgent. I'll reply when I have a moment. Now listen to a natural message you might send. Hey, just saw your message. I'm getting ready right now, but I'll get back to you soon. Now, shadow it. Hey, just saw your message. I'm getting ready right now. I'll get back to you soon. Now imagine you're about to leave. Listen. I'm heading out now. I have a few things to take care of. I want the day to go smoothly. Now, repeat. I'm heading out now. I have a few things to take care of. I want the day to go smoothly. Now listen again. As I step outside, I take a deep breath. I remind myself to stay present and handle things calmly. Now, shadow it. I take a deep breath. I stay present. I handle things calmly. Now think about your English. Listen. I'm learning every day. Even small practice helps. I'm starting to feel more comfortable using English. Now, repeat. I'm learning every day. Even small practice helps. I'm starting to feel more comfortable. Now listen again. I don't need to rush my progress. I focus on real English and real situations. That's how confidence builds. Now, shadow it. I don't need to rush. I focus on real English. That's how confidence builds. Keep that feeling. Let the language stay relaxed and natural. I walk at a steady pace and let my thoughts flow naturally. I notice the street, the people around me, the sounds of the city starting to wake up. I describe what I see in my mind, quietly, in English. Listen. The air feels fresh this morning. There are a few people walking by. Some look tired. Some seem focused on their day. Now, repeat. The air feels fresh this morning. There are a few people walking by. Some look tired. Some seem focused on their day. Now listen again. More natural. The air feels fresh. And the street is slowly getting busier. People are heading to work, checking their phones, and moving at their own pace. Now, shadow it. The air feels fresh. The street is getting busier. People are heading to work. Everyone is moving at their own pace. Now imagine you're on your way to work or school. Listen. I'm on my way now. I'm thinking about what I need to do. I want to stay focused, but not stressed. Now, repeat. I'm on my way now. I'm thinking about what I need to do. I want to stay focused, but not stressed. Now, listen again. I remind myself to take things one step at a time. I don't need to do everything at once. I'll handle things as they come. Now, shadow it. I take things one step at a time. I don't need to do everything at once. I'll handle things as they come. Now, imagine you arrive at your destination. Listen. I've arrived. I take a moment before I start. I want to get into the right mindset. Now, repeat. I've arrived. I take a moment before I start. I want to get into the right mindset. Now listen again. Before I begin, I pause for a second. I organize my thoughts and prepare myself for the day. Now, shadow it. I pause for a second. I organize my thoughts. I prepare myself for the day. Now imagine a simple interaction with someone. Listen. Hey, how's it going? Pretty good. How about you? Now, repeat. Hey, how's it going? Pretty good. How about you? Now listen again. More natural. Hey, how's it going today? Not bad. Just getting started. How about you? Now, shadow it. Hey, how's it going today? Not bad. Just getting started. How about you? Now imagine someone asks you about your day. Listen. It's been okay so far. I've been busy. But it's manageable. Now, repeat. It's been okay so far. I've been busy. But it's manageable. Now listen again. It's been a steady day. I've had a few things to handle. But nothing too overwhelming. Now, shadow it. It's been a steady day. I've had a few things to handle. Nothing too overwhelming. Now imagine you're working on something and need a short break. Listen. I'll take a quick break. I just need a few minutes. Now, repeat. I'll take a quick break. I just need a few minutes. Now listen again. I've been focused for a while. Taking a short break will help me reset. Now, shadow it. I've been focused for a while. A short break will help me reset. Now imagine you're thinking about your progress. Listen. I'm doing better than I was before. I can tell I'm improving. Now, repeat. I'm doing better than before. I can tell I'm improving. Now listen again. I still have a lot to learn, but I'm more confident now. I don't hesitate as much when I speak. Now, shadow it. I still have a lot to learn. I'm more confident now. I don't hesitate as much. Great. Now imagine someone asks you about learning English. Listen. I practice a little every day. I focus on real conversations. Now, repeat. I practice a little every day. I focus on real conversations. Now listen again. I try to use English in real situations. That's what helps it stick. Now, shadow it. I use English in real situations. That's what helps it stick. Now imagine it's later in the day. Listen. The day's been long. I'm starting to feel a bit tired. Now, repeat. The day's been long. I'm starting to feel a bit tired. Now listen again. It's been a full day. And I can feel it. I'm looking forward to slowing down later. Now, shadow it. It's been a full day. I'm looking forward to slowing down. Now imagine you're heading home. Listen. I'm heading home now. I'm ready to relax. Now, repeat. I'm heading home now. I'm ready to relax. Now listen again. As I head home, I let the day go. I don't need to think about work anymore. Now, shadow it. I let the day go. I don't need to think about work anymore. Now imagine you're at home. Listen. I'm finally home. I feel more at ease. Now, Repeat. I'm finally home. I feel more at ease. Now listen again. Being home helps me relax. I can slow down and be myself. Now, shadow it. Being home helps me relax. I can slow down. Great. Now imagine someone asks how your day was. Listen. It was pretty busy, but productive. I got a lot done. Now, repeat. It was pretty busy, but productive. I got a lot done. Now listen again. It was a long day, but I feel good about it. I handled what I needed to. Now, shadow it. It was a long day. I feel good about it. I handled what I needed to. Now think about the evening. Listen. I'm going to take it easy tonight. I need some rest. Now, repeat. I'm going to take it easy tonight. I need some rest. Now listen again. Tonight is about relaxing and recharging. Tomorrow is another day. Now, shadow it. Tonight is about relaxing. Tomorrow is another day. Let the words settle. Let the rhythm feel natural. You're not forcing anything. You're building fluency step by step. I slow down and let the evening unfold naturally. There's no rush anymore. This is the part of the day where everything eases. Listen. I'm changing into something comfortable. I'm leaving the day behind. I don't need to think about work right now. Now, repeat. I'm changing into something comfortable. I'm leaving the day behind. I don't need to think about work right now. Now listen again. More natural. Once I'm home, I change clothes and let my body relax. The day is over, and this time is mine. Now, shadow it. I change clothes. I let my body relax. This time is mine. Now imagine you're doing something simple at home. Listen. I'm making dinner. Nothing complicated, just something warm and easy. Now, repeat. I'm making dinner. Nothing complicated, just something warm and easy. Now listen again. Cooking helps me slow down. I don't rush it. I enjoy the process. Now, shadow it. Cooking helps me slow down. I enjoy the process. Now imagine you're thinking quietly while cooking. Listen. I'm thinking about my day. Some things went well. Some things could have gone better. Now, repeat. I'm thinking about my day. Some things went well. Some things could have gone better. Now listen again. Overall, I did my best. That's enough for today. Now, shadow it. I did my best. That's enough for today. Now imagine someone at home asks you something simple. Listen. How was your day? It was long, but okay. Now, repeat. How was your day? It was long, but okay. Now listen again. More natural. It was a full day. I'm tired, but I feel satisfied. Now, shadow it. It was a full day. I feel satisfied. Now imagine you're sitting down to eat. Listen. I'm sitting down now. I'm taking my time. I want to enjoy this. Now. Repeat. I'm sitting down now. I'm taking my time. I want to enjoy this. Now listen again. I try to eat without rushing. This is a small moment, but it matters. Now. Shadow it. I eat without rushing. This moment matters. Now imagine you're relaxing after dinner. Listen. I'm sitting on the couch. I'm finally slowing down. Now. Repeat. I'm sitting on the couch. I'm finally slowing down. Now listen again. I let my mind rest. I don't need to think or plan anything. Now. Shadow it. I let my mind rest. I don't need to plan anything. Now imagine you're watching something or listening to music. Listen. I'm watching something light. I don't want anything intense. Now. Repeat. I'm watching something light. I don't want anything intense. Now listen again. I just want to relax and enjoy the moment. Nothing more than that. Now. Shadow it. I just want to relax. I want to enjoy the moment. Now imagine you check your phone again. Listen. I have a few messages. I'll respond later or tomorrow. Now. Repeat. I have a few messages. I'll respond later or tomorrow. Now listen again. I don't need to reply right away. It can wait. Now. Shadow it. I don't need to reply right away. It can wait. Now imagine you're reflecting on your English practice. Listen. I practiced today. Even a little bit counts. Now. Repeat. I practiced today. Even a little bit counts. Now listen again. Consistency matters more than perfection. That's how progress happens. Now. Shadow it. Consistency matters more than perfection. That's how progress happens. Now imagine you're getting ready for bed. Listen. I'm getting ready to sleep. I'm winding down. Now. Repeat. I'm getting ready to sleep. I'm winding down. Now listen again. I turn off the lights and let my body rest. Tomorrow. I'll start again. Now. Shadow it. I let my body rest. Tomorrow. I'll start again. Now imagine one final thought before sleep. Listen. I did enough today. I'll keep going tomorrow. Now. Repeat. I did enough today. I'll keep going tomorrow. Let that thought stay with you. Your English improves every time you listen. Repeat. And stay consistent. I wake up the next day feeling a little more rested. My body feels lighter. My mind feels clearer. Listen. I slept pretty well. I feel more refreshed today. I'm ready to start again. Now. Repeat. I slept pretty well. I feel more refreshed today. I'm ready to start again. Now listen again. More natural. I got a decent night's sleep. And it shows. I feel more balanced. And my mind feels sharper this morning. Now. Shadow it. I got a decent night's sleep. I feel more balanced. My mind feels sharper. As I start the day, I notice something important. English feels a little closer. A little more familiar. Listen. English doesn't feel as heavy anymore. I understand more without trying so hard. Now. Repeat. English doesn't feel as heavy anymore. I understand more without trying so hard. Now listen again. I'm not translating every word in my head. I'm starting to understand ideas instead of sentences. Now. Shadow it. I'm not translating every word. I'm understanding ideas instead. This is how progress usually feels. Quiet, gradual, real. Now. Imagine you're getting ready again. Listen. I'm moving through my routine more naturally. I'm not rushing. I know what to do. Now. Repeat. I'm moving through my routine more naturally. I'm not rushing. I know what to do. Now, listen again. Everything feels smoother this morning. My body remembers the rhythm. And my mind stays calm. Now. Shadow it. Everything feels smoother. My mind stays calm. Now imagine you step outside again. Listen. The weather feels different today. The air is warmer. The light feels softer. Now. Repeat. The weather feels different today. The air is warmer. The light feels softer. Now listen again. I notice small changes around me. They help me stay present. Now. Shadow it. I notice small changes. They help me stay present. Now imagine a short conversation you might have during the day. Listen. Did you sleep well? Yeah. Pretty well. How about you? Now, repeat. Did you sleep well? Yeah, pretty well. How about you? Now listen again. More natural. Did you sleep okay last night? Yeah, I did. I feel better today. Now, shadow it. Did you sleep okay? Yeah, I did. I feel better today. Now, imagine you're starting work or study again. Listen. I'm getting into my tasks. I'm focusing on one thing at a time. Now, repeat. I'm getting into my tasks. I'm focusing on one thing at a time. Now listen again. I don't rush myself. I give my full attention to what I'm doing. Now, shadow it. I don't rush myself. I give my full attention. Now imagine something doesn't go exactly as planned. Listen. That didn't go the way I expected. It's okay. I'll adjust. Now, repeat. That didn't go the way I expected. It's okay. I'll adjust. Now listen again. Not everything goes perfectly. And that's fine. I stay flexible and keep moving forward. Now, shadow it. Not everything goes perfectly. I stay flexible. I keep moving forward. Now imagine someone asks you a common work question. Listen. Can you take care of this today? Yeah. I can handle it. Now, repeat. Can you take care of this today? Yeah. I can handle it. Now listen again. More natural. Do you think you can get this done today? Yeah. That should be fine. Now, shadow it. That should be fine. I can take care of it. Now imagine you're explaining something simple. Listen. I'll finish this first, then move on to the next task. Now, repeat. I'll finish this first, then I'll move on to the next task. Now listen again. I like to complete one thing before starting another. It helps me stay organized. Now, shadow it. I complete one thing at a time. It helps me stay organized. Now think about how English feels in these moments. Listen. I don't panic when I don't know a word. I find another way to say it. Now, repeat. I don't panic when I don't know a word. I find another way to say it. Now listen again. I stay calm and keep speaking. That's what real communication is. Now, shadow it. I stay calm. I keep speaking. Now imagine a short break again. Listen. I need a quick break to reset. Now, repeat. I need a quick break to reset. Now listen again. Stepping away for a few minutes helps me come back stronger. Now, shadow it. A short break helps me reset. Now imagine you're talking about your English journey. Listen. I've been practicing consistently. It's starting to pay off. Now, repeat. I've been practicing consistently. It's starting to pay off. Now listen again. I can feel the difference now. Things that felt difficult before feel more manageable. Now, shadow it. I can feel the difference. Things feel more manageable. Now imagine the afternoon passes. Listen. The day's moving along. I'm staying focused. Now, repeat. The day's moving along. I'm staying focused. Now listen again. I keep my energy steady and don't push too hard. Now, shadow it. I keep my energy steady. Now imagine you reflect quietly. Listen. I don't need to compare myself to others. I focus on my own progress. Now, repeat. I don't need to compare myself to others. I focus on my own progress. Now listen again. Everyone learns at a different pace. Mine is just right for me. Now, shadow it. My pace is right for me. Let that settle. English is becoming part of your daily thinking. Not forced, not rushed, just present. Stay with the rhythm. As the day continues, I notice how my energy shifts. I'm not rushing, and I'm not dragging either. I'm simply moving through the day. Listen, I'm finding a steady rhythm. I'm not forcing myself. I'm just staying present. Now, repeat. I'm finding a steady rhythm. I'm not forcing myself. I'm just staying present. Now listen again. More natural. I'm settling into the flow of the day. Things feel manageable when I don't rush myself. Now, shadow it. I'm settling into the flow. Things feel manageable. Now imagine you're talking with someone about work or study. Listen. I'm making progress. It's not perfect, but it's moving forward. Now, repeat. I'm making progress. It's not perfect, but it's moving forward. Now listen again. I focus on what's working instead of what isn't. That keeps me motivated. Now, shadow it. I focus on what's working. That keeps me motivated. Now imagine a small problem comes up. Listen. Something unexpected came up. I'll deal with it. Now, repeat. Something unexpected came up. I'll deal with it. Now listen again. These things happen sometimes. I stay calm and figure it out. Now, shadow it. These things happen. I stay calm. I figure it out. Now imagine you need to explain a delay. Listen. I need a bit more time to finish this. I'll update you soon. Now, repeat. I need a bit more time. I'll update you soon. Now listen again. It's taking a little longer than expected, but I'm on it. Now, shadow it. It's taking a little longer. I'm on it. Now imagine a short, casual conversation. Listen. How's everything going? It's going well. Just staying busy. Now, repeat. How's everything going? It's going well. Just staying busy. Now listen again. Things are going pretty smoothly. I'm keeping up so far. Now, shadow it. Things are going smoothly. I'm keeping up. Now imagine you're checking your schedule. Listen. I have a few things left to do. I'll finish them one by one. Now, repeat. I have a few things left to do. I'll finish them one by one. Now listen again. I don't overwhelm myself. I focus on the next task. Now, shadow it. I don't overwhelm myself. I focus on the next task. Now imagine you're thinking about time. Listen. Time's moving faster than I expected. Now, repeat. Time's moving faster than I expected. Now listen again. The day's gone by quickly. I didn't even notice. Now, shadow it. The day's gone by quickly. Now imagine someone asks about your plans. Listen. What are you doing later? I'm going to take it easy. Now, repeat. What are you doing later? I'm going to take it easy. Now listen again. I don't have anything planned. I just want to relax. Now, shadow it. I don't have anything planned. I just want to relax. Now imagine the afternoon turning into evening. Listen. The day's starting to wind down. Now, repeat. The day's starting to wind down. Now listen again. I can feel the pace slowing. It's a good feeling. Now, shadow it. The pace is slowing. It feels good. Now imagine you're wrapping things up. Listen. I'm finishing up for the day. Now, repeat. I'm finishing up for the day. Now listen again. I check a few final things and get ready to stop. Now, shadow it. I check a few final things. I get ready to stop. Now imagine a short reflection. Listen. I did what I could today. That's enough. Now, repeat. I did what I could today. That's enough. Now listen again. I don't need to push myself any further. I'll continue tomorrow. Now, shadow it. I don't need to push myself. I'll continue tomorrow. Now imagine heading home again. Listen. I'm on my way back now. I'm ready to disconnect. Now, repeat. I'm on my way back now. I'm ready to disconnect. Now listen again. I let work stay where it belongs. I shift my focus to myself. Now, shadow it. I let work stay where it belongs. I focus on myself. Now imagine you arrive home. Listen. I'm back home. I feel relieved. Now, repeat. I'm back home. I feel relieved. Now listen again. Walking through the door helps me reset. I'm in my own space again. Now, shadow it. I reset when I get home. I'm in my own space. Now imagine the evening settles in again. Listen. The evening feels quiet and familiar. Now, repeat. The evening feels quiet and familiar. Now listen again. This is my time to slow down and recharge. Now, shadow it. This is my time to recharge. Now imagine a thought about English comes up naturally. Listen. I didn't force English today. I just used it when I could. Now, repeat. I didn't force English today. I used it when I could. Now listen again. That's what makes it stick. It fits into my life. Now, shadow it. It fits into my life. Now imagine someone asks how learning is going. Listen. I'm staying consistent. That's the key. Now, repeat. I'm staying consistent. That's the key. Now listen again. Small steps every day make a real difference. Now, shadow it. Small steps make a real difference. Now imagine preparing to rest again. Listen. I'm slowing everything down now. Now, repeat. I'm slowing everything down now. Now listen again. I let the noise fade and give myself space to rest. Now, shadow it. I let the noise fade. I give myself space. Now imagine one calm thought before the day ends. Listen. I'm proud of myself for showing up today. Now, repeat. I'm proud of myself for showing up today. Now listen again. Progress doesn't need to be loud. It just needs to be consistent. Now, shadow it. Progress doesn't need to be loud. It needs to be consistent. Stay with that feeling. Let the language feel natural and steady. You're building real fluency. One calm moment at a time. The night grows quieter. And my thoughts slow down even more. There's a sense of closure at the end of the day. Nothing feels rushed now. Listen. I'm getting ready to rest. I've done enough for today. Now, repeat. I'm getting ready to rest. I've done enough for today. Now listen again. More natural. I don't need to keep pushing. Rest is part of progress too. Now, shadow it. I don't need to keep pushing. Rest is part of progress. As I settle in, I notice how English feels in my mind. It's calmer, more familiar. Listen. English feels more natural now. I'm not thinking about rules as much. Now, repeat. English feels more natural now. I'm not thinking about rules as much. Now listen again. I focus on meaning instead of grammar. That's how real communication works. Now, shadow it. I focus on meaning. That's how communication works. Now imagine the next morning arrives again. Listen. I wake up feeling steady, not rushed, not overwhelmed. Now, repeat. I wake up feeling steady, not rushed, not overwhelmed. Now listen again. My routine feels familiar, and that gives me confidence. Now, shadow it. My routine feels familiar. That gives me confidence. Now imagine you're starting your day with a clear mindset. Listen, I know what I need to do today. I'll take it step by step. Now, repeat. I know what I need to do today. I'll take it step by step. Now listen again. I don't need to do everything perfectly. I just need to stay engaged. Now, shadow it. I don't need perfection. I stay engaged. Now imagine a small interaction early in the day. Listen. Morning, morning, how are you? Now, repeat. Morning, morning, how are you? Now listen again. Good morning, doing well. You? Now, shadow it. Good morning, doing well. You? Now imagine someone asks about your workload. Listen. It's manageable today. I can handle it. Now, repeat. It's manageable today. I can handle it. Now listen again. I have a few things to do, but it's nothing too heavy. Now, shadow it. It's nothing too heavy. Now imagine you need to set a boundary. Listen. I'll take care of this first. Then I can help. Now, repeat. I'll take care of this first. Then I can help. Now listen again. I want to focus on one thing at a time. Now, shadow it. One thing at a time. Now imagine you're explaining your progress again. Listen. I feel more comfortable speaking now. I don't freeze like I used to. Now, repeat. I feel more comfortable speaking now. I don't freeze like I used to. Now listen again. Even when I make mistakes, I keep going. Now, shadow it. I keep going even when I make mistakes. Now imagine a moment of self-awareness. Listen. I notice when I start to feel tense. I slow myself down. Now, repeat. I notice when I feel tense. I slow myself down. Now listen again. Staying calm helps everything else fall into place. Now, shadow it. Staying calm helps everything fall into place. Now imagine a short pause in the day. Listen. I step away for a moment. I breathe. Now, repeat. I step away for a moment. I breathe. Now listen again. That small pause makes a difference. Now, shadow it. That small pause makes a difference. Now imagine you're talking about habits. Listen. I'm building better habits, slowly, but steadily. Now, repeat. I'm building better habits, slowly, but steadily. Now listen again. Consistency is what matters most. Now, shadow it. Consistency matters most. Now imagine the day moving forward again. Listen. Time passes, and I stay present. Now, repeat. Time passes, and I stay present. Now listen again. I don't get stuck in my head as much. Now, shadow it. I stay present. Now imagine a calm check-in with yourself. Listen. I'm doing okay. I'm moving in the right direction. Now, repeat. I'm doing okay. I'm moving in the right direction. Now listen again. Progress doesn't always feel dramatic. Sometimes it just feels steady. Now, shadow it. Progress feels steady. Now imagine the evening coming again. Listen. The day comes to a close. Now, repeat. The day comes to a close. Now listen again. I start to slow everything down again. Now, shadow it. I slow everything down. Now imagine one final reflection before rest. Listen. I showed up again today. That matters. Now, repeat. I showed up again today. That matters. Now listen again. Every day I practice. English becomes part of my life. Now, shadow it. English becomes part of my life. Let that thought stay with you. Language grows through calm. Consistent practice. You're not chasing fluency. You're living it. The room feels still, and my breathing slows naturally. There's nothing I need to do right now except rest and reset. Listen. I let the day fade out. I give myself permission to rest. Now. Repeat. I let the day fade out. I give myself permission to rest. Now listen again. More natural. I don't replay everything in my head. I let things settle and move on. Now, shadow it. I don't replay everything. I let things settle. When I wake up again, there's a quiet sense of familiarity. This routine doesn't feel new anymore. It feels normal. Listen. This feels familiar now. I know this rhythm. Now. Repeat. This feels familiar now. I know this rhythm. Now listen again. My days have a flow, and I trust it. Now. Shadow it. My days have a flow. I trust it. As I move through another day, English stays with me in a quiet way. It's not something I switch on. It's just there. Listen. I think in English without trying. It comes naturally sometimes. Now. Repeat. I think in English without trying. It comes naturally sometimes. Now listen again. I don't force it. I let it show up on its own. Now. Shadow it. I don't force it. I let it show up. Now imagine a casual moment during the day. Listen. What are you up to right now? Just taking care of a few things. Now. Repeat. What are you up to right now? Just taking care of a few things. Now listen again. I'm handling a few things at the moment. Nothing too intense. Now. Shadow it. I'm handling a few things. Nothing too intense. Now imagine a moment where you need to respond calmly. Listen. No problem. I'll take care of it. Now. Repeat. No problem. I'll take care of it. Now listen again. That's fine. I've got it covered. Now. Shadow it. I've got it covered. Now imagine explaining your situation briefly. Listen. I'm a bit busy right now, but I can talk later. Now. Repeat. I'm a bit busy right now. I can talk later. Now listen again. I'm tied up at the moment, but I'll reach out soon. Now. Shadow it. I'm tied up at the moment. I'll reach out soon. Now imagine someone thanks you. Listen. Thanks for your help. No problem at all. Now. Repeat. Thanks for your help. No problem at all. Now listen again. Happy to help. Anytime. Now. Shadow it. Happy to help. Anytime. Now imagine a small moment of uncertainty. Listen. I'm not sure yet. I'll figure it out. Now. Repeat. I'm not sure yet. I'll figure it out. Now listen again. I need a bit more time to think about it. Now. Shadow it. I need more time to think. Now imagine you're expressing a preference. Listen. I'd rather keep it simple. Now. Repeat. I'd rather keep it simple. Now listen again. Simple works best for me right now. Now. Shadow it. Simple works best. Now imagine reflecting quietly. Listen. I'm learning to trust myself more. Now. Repeat. I'm learning to trust myself more. Now listen again. Confidence builds through experience. Now. Shadow it. Confidence builds through experience. Now imagine the afternoon moving forward. Listen. The hours pass without me noticing. Now, repeat. The hours pass without me noticing. Now listen again. I stay focused without feeling tense. Now, shadow it. I stay focused. Now imagine a natural pause. Listen. I take a moment to reset. Now, repeat. I take a moment to reset. Now listen again. That pause helps me stay balanced. Now, shadow it. That pause helps me stay balanced. Now imagine someone asks about your English again. Listen. I'm feeling more comfortable using it. Now, repeat. I'm feeling more comfortable using it. Now listen again. I don't overthink as much anymore. Now, shadow it. I don't overthink as much. Now imagine the day starting to close again. Listen. The energy shifts as the day ends. Now, repeat. The energy shifts as the day ends. Now listen again. I slow down naturally. Now, shadow it. I slow down naturally. Now imagine a final thought as everything quiets. Listen. This pace works for me. Now, repeat. This pace works for me. Now listen again. I don't need to rush my life or my English. Now, shadow it. I don't need to rush. Let that settle in. English is no longer something outside of you. It's woven into how you move, think, and respond. Naturally, quietly, consistently. Stay with the rhythm. The rhythm continues without effort. There's a quiet confidence in moving through familiar moments. Listen. I trust how things are going. I don't second-guess myself as much. Now, repeat. I trust how things are going. I don't second-guess myself as much. Now listen again. More natural. I feel more at ease with my decisions. I move forward without overthinking. Now, shadow it. I feel more at ease. I move forward without overthinking. As the day unfolds, small interactions feel easier. Listen. Can we talk for a minute? Sure. What's up? Now, repeat. Can we talk for a minute? Sure. What's up? Now listen again. Do you have a moment? Yeah. Go ahead. Now, shadow it. Do you have a moment? Yeah. Go ahead. Now imagine you're explaining something briefly. Listen. I'll keep this short. Here's what's going on. Now, repeat. I'll keep this short. Here's what's going on. Now listen again. I just want to give you a quick update. Now, shadow it. A quick update. Now imagine agreeing with someone. Listen. That makes sense. I agree with you. Now, repeat. That makes sense. I agree with you. Now listen again. Yeah, I see your point. Now, shadow it. I see your point. Now imagine you need to clarify. Listen. Just to be clear. This is what I mean. Now, repeat. Just to be clear. This is what I mean. Now listen again. Let me explain it another way. Now, shadow it. Let me explain it another way. Now imagine a moment of problem solving. Listen. Let's figure this out together. Now, repeat. Let's figure this out together. Now listen again. We'll find a solution. Now, shadow it. We'll find a solution. Now imagine wrapping up a conversation. Listen. All right. I'll follow up later. Now, repeat. All right. I'll follow up later. Now listen again. I'll check back in soon. Now, shadow it. I'll check back in soon. Now imagine a pause between tasks. Listen. I take a moment to breathe and reset. Now, repeat. I take a moment to breathe and reset. Now listen again. That short pause helps me stay clear. Now, shadow it. That pause helps me stay clear. As time passes, English feels integrated. Listen. I'm not switching languages in my head as much. Now, repeat. I'm not switching languages as much. Now listen again. English stays with me naturally. Now, shadow it. English stays with me naturally. Now, imagine a reflective thought. Listen. I've come a long way. Now, repeat. I've come a long way. Now listen again. The progress feels real. Now, shadow it. The progress feels real. Now imagine the day winding down again. Listen. The pace slows without me forcing it. Now, repeat. The pace slows without me forcing it. Now listen again. I follow the natural rhythm. Now, shadow it. I follow the rhythm. Now imagine a calm moment alone. Listen. I sit quietly and let my thoughts pass. Now, repeat. I sit quietly. I let my thoughts pass. Now listen again. I don't hold on to anything. Now, shadow it. I don't hold on to anything. Now imagine one simple realization. Listen. This feels sustainable. Now, repeat. This feels sustainable. Now listen again. I can keep going like this. Now, shadow it. I can keep going. Now imagine the quiet end of another day. Listen. I prepare to rest again. Now, repeat. I prepare to rest again. Now listen again. Tomorrow will come when it comes. Now, shadow it. Tomorrow will come. Let the calm stay with you. Fluency grows in moments like these. Unforced, steady, real. Stay in this space. The quiet feels familiar now. There's no tension in it, just space. Listen. I'm comfortable with the silence. I don't need to fill every moment. Now, repeat. I'm comfortable with the silence. I don't need to fill every moment. Now listen again. More natural. Silence doesn't feel awkward anymore. It feels peaceful. Now, shadow it. Silence feels peaceful. As I move through another day, I notice how naturally I respond. Listen. How did it go? It went well. Now, repeat. How did it go? It went well. Now listen again. Everything went pretty smoothly. Now, shadow it. Everything went smoothly. Now imagine a moment where you need to be honest. Listen. I'm not completely sure yet. I need a bit more time. Now, repeat. I'm not completely sure yet. I need a bit more time. Now listen again. I want to think it through before deciding. Now, shadow it. I want to think it through. Now imagine expressing appreciation. Listen. I appreciate that. Thanks for letting me know. Now, repeat. I appreciate that. Thanks for letting me know. Now listen again. That means a lot. Thank you. Now, shadow it. That means a lot. Now, imagine setting expectations. Listen. I'll do my best. I'll keep you posted. Now, repeat. I'll do my best. I'll keep you posted. Now listen again. I'll update you as things move along. Now, shadow it. I'll update you. Now imagine a moment of patience. Listen. I can wait. There's no rush. Now, repeat. I can wait. There's no rush. Now listen again. I'm fine taking my time. Now, shadow it. I'm fine taking my time. Now imagine a gentle correction. Listen. Actually, I meant this. Now, repeat. Actually, I meant this. Now listen again. Let me clarify what I was saying. Now, shadow it. Let me clarify. Now imagine you're reflecting on growth again. Listen. I'm more flexible now. I adapt more easily. Now, repeat. I'm more flexible now. I adapt more easily. Now listen again. Change doesn't throw me off as much. Now, shadow it. Change doesn't throw me off. Now, imagine a moment of calm confidence. Listen. I trust myself to handle it. Now, repeat. I trust myself to handle it. Now listen again. I know I'll figure it out. Now, shadow it. I'll figure it out. Now imagine the day gently closing once more. Listen. The light fades, and the noise settles. Now, repeat. The light fades, the noise settles. Now listen again. Everything slows down again. Now, shadow it. Everything slows down. Now imagine one last quiet thought. Listen. This feels like progress. Now, repeat. This feels like progress. Now listen again. Not rushed, not forced, just real. Now, shadow it. Just real. As you stay with this rhythm, notice how English no longer feels separate from you. It's part of how you think. Pause and respond. This is how fluency grows in real life. Calm, consistent, human. Stay here as long as you like. The calm stays with me. Even as moments change, nothing feels sharp or rushed anymore. Everything moves at a human pace. Listen. I'm comfortable where I am right now. I don't need to push. Now, repeat. I'm comfortable where I am right now. I don't need to push. Now listen again. More natural. I'm okay with this pace. It works for me. Now, shadow it. This pace works for me. As another day moves forward, conversations feel lighter. Listen. Do you have time later? Yeah. I should be free. Now, repeat. Do you have time later? Yeah. I should be free. Now listen again. I think I'll have some time later on. Now, shadow it. I'll have some time later. Now imagine responding with honesty and ease. Listen. Let me check and get back to you. Now, repeat. Let me check and get back to you. Now listen again. I'll take a look and let you know. Now, shadow it. I'll let you know. Now imagine a moment of reassurance. Listen. It's all good. We'll sort it out. Now, repeat. It's all good. We'll sort it out. Now listen again. There's no need to worry. Now, shadow it. No need to worry. Now imagine expressing balance. Listen. I'm staying busy, but I'm managing. Now, repeat. I'm staying busy, but I'm managing. Now listen again. I have a lot going on, but it feels under control. Now, shadow it. It feels under control. Now imagine a gentle pause between thoughts. Listen. I take a breath and reset. Now, repeat. I take a breath and reset. Now listen again. That small pause helps me stay grounded. Now, shadow it. That pause keeps me grounded. Now imagine reflecting quietly on language. Listen. English feels familiar in my head. Now, repeat. English feels familiar in my head. Now listen again. I don't fight it anymore. I flow with it. Now, shadow it. I flow with it. Now imagine a moment of clarity. Listen. I understand more than I realize. Now, repeat. I understand more than I realize. Now listen again. Things click naturally now. Now, shadow it. Things click naturally. Now imagine the day easing toward rest again. Listen. The pace slows on its own. Now, repeat. The pace slows on its own. Now listen again. I follow it without resistance. Now, shadow it. I follow it. Now imagine sitting quietly at the end of the day. Listen. I let the day settle. Now, repeat. I let the day settle. Now listen again. I don't need to hold on to anything. Now, shadow it. I let go. Now imagine one final, steady thought. Listen. I'm building something real. Now, repeat. I'm building something real. Now listen again. This kind of progress lasts. Now, shadow it. This progress lasts. Stay with that feeling. Fluency doesn't arrive suddenly. It grows through moments like these, through calm attention, through repetition without pressure. You don't chase it, you live into it. Let the language stay with you as you rest, as you move, and as you return again tomorrow. The feeling stays steady. There's no need to rush toward an ending. Everything continues naturally. Listen. I feel settled. I'm not tense or distracted. Now, repeat. I feel settled. I'm not tense or distracted. Now listen again. More natural. My mind feels clear, and my body feels relaxed. Now, shadow it. My mind feels clear. My body feels relaxed. As another day unfolds, I move through familiar moments with ease. Listen. What's on your plan today? Just the usual things. Now, repeat. What's on your plan today? Just the usual things. Now listen again. Nothing special planned, just taking care of what needs to be done. Now, shadow it. Just taking care of what needs to be done. Now imagine a small decision. Listen. I'll handle this now and deal with the rest later. Now, repeat. I'll handle this now. I'll deal with the rest later. Now listen again. I know what needs my attention right now. Now, shadow it. I know what needs my attention. Now imagine a calm response to pressure. Listen. I can take care of it. No stress. Now, repeat. I can take care of it. No stress. Now listen again. I've got this under control. Now, shadow it. I've got this under control. Now imagine someone checking in with you. Listen. How are things going lately? Pretty good. Actually. Now, repeat. How are things going lately? Pretty good. Actually. Now listen again. Things have been going smoothly overall. Now, shadow it. Things are going smoothly. Now imagine expressing balance again. Listen. I'm making progress, but I'm not burning out. Now, repeat. I'm making progress. I'm not burning out. Now listen again. I know when to push and when to rest. Now, shadow it. I know when to push and when to rest. Now imagine a quiet realization. Listen. This way of learning works for me. Now, repeat. This way of learning works for me. Now listen again. It fits naturally into my life. Now, shadow it. It fits into my life. Now imagine the hours passing. Listen. Time moves without me noticing. Now, repeat. Time moves without me noticing. Now listen again. I stay engaged without feeling drained. Now, shadow it. I stay engaged. Now, imagine a simple exchange near the end of the day. Listen. See you tomorrow. Yeah. See you. Now, repeat. See you tomorrow. Yeah. See you. Now listen again. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Now, shadow it. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Now imagine walking away and reflecting quietly. Listen. I feel content with how today went. Now, repeat. I feel content with how today went. Now listen again. I showed up and stayed present. That's enough. Now, shadow it. I stayed present. That's enough. Now imagine the day closing one last time. Listen. The lights soften. The noise fades. Now, repeat. The lights soften. The noise fades. Now listen again. Everything slows naturally. Now, shadow it. Everything slows. Now imagine a final thought resting in your mind. Listen. I'll continue tomorrow. The same way. Now, repeat. I'll continue tomorrow. The same way. Now listen again. Calm, consistent, real. Now, shadow it. Calm, consistent, real. Let the words fade gently. There's nothing else you need to do right now. English isn't something you turn on and off. It grows quietly as you live your life. Through simple moments. Through steady practice. Stay with this rhythm whenever you need it. The rhythm feels complete. Yet it doesn't stop. It simply carries on. Quietly. In the background of everyday life. Listen. I'm not chasing anything anymore. I'm just staying with the process. Now, repeat. I'm not chasing anything anymore. I'm staying with the process. Now listen again. More natural. I trust that progress is happening, even when I don't notice it. Now, shadow it. I trust the process. Progress is happening. As I move through familiar days, English stays close, not loud, not demanding, just present. Listen. English feels like a tool now, not a test. Now, repeat. English feels like a tool now, not a test. Now listen again. I use it when I need it. Without pressure. Now, shadow it. I use it without pressure. Now imagine a simple moment of expression. Listen. That sounds good to me. Now, repeat. That sounds good to me. Now listen again. Yeah, that works for me. Now, shadow it. That works for me. Now imagine expressing a calm decision. Listen. I'll go with that. Now, repeat. I'll go with that. Now listen again. That feels like the right choice. Now, shadow it. That feels right. Now imagine a moment of acceptance. Listen. I don't need to overthink this. Now, repeat. I don't need to overthink this. Now listen again. It's okay to keep things simple. Now, shadow it. It's okay to keep things simple. Now imagine reflecting on how far you've come. Listen. I understand more than I used to. Now, repeat. I understand more than I used to. Now listen again. I respond faster. And I hesitate less. Now, shadow it. I respond faster. I hesitate less. Now imagine someone asks you about your English one last time. Listen. How's your English these days? It's going well. I'm more comfortable now. Now, repeat. It's going well. I'm more comfortable now. Now listen again. I use it regularly, and it feels natural. Now, shadow it. It feels natural. Now imagine a quiet sense of confidence. Listen. I trust myself when I speak. Now, repeat. I trust myself when I speak. Now listen again. I don't need to be perfect to be understood. Now, shadow it. I don't need to be perfect. Now imagine everything settling into place. Listen. This feels sustainable. Now, repeat. This feels sustainable. Now listen again. I can keep going like this for a long time. Now, shadow it. I can keep going. Now imagine a final pause. Listen. I take one last calm breath. Now, repeat. I take one last calm breath. Now listen again. I let everything settle. Now, shadow it. I let everything settle. Now let the silence sit for a moment. You've been listening. You've been repeating. You've been staying present. That's real practice. English doesn't need to be forced. It grows when you return to it. Calmly. Again and again. Through ordinary moments. Through steady attention. Whenever you come back to this practice, remember this feeling. Clear. Relaxed. Grounded. This is how fluency lives in real life. The quiet remains. And nothing feels unfinished. There's a sense of completion, but also continuity. Listen. I'm exactly where I need to be right now. Now, repeat. I'm exactly where I need to be right now. Now listen again. More natural. I don't feel behind. I don't feel rushed. I feel steady. Now, shadow it. I don't feel behind. I feel steady. As I move forward, English stays with me in simple ways. Listen. I understand what people mean more easily now. Now, repeat. I understand what people mean more easily now. Now listen again. I catch the message, even if I miss a few words. Now, shadow it. I catch the message. Now imagine a real, everyday moment. Listen. Can you help me with this? Yeah. Sure. Now, repeat. Can you help me with this? Yeah. Sure. Now listen again. Of course. What do you need? Now, shadow it. Of course. What do you need? Now imagine responding naturally under no pressure. Listen. Let me think about it for a second. Now, repeat. Let me think about it for a second. Now listen again. Give me a moment. Now, shadow it. Give me a moment. Now imagine expressing comfort with uncertainty. Listen. I don't have all the answers yet. Now, repeat. I don't have all the answers yet. Now listen again. I'll figure things out as I go. Now, shadow it. I'll figure things out. Now imagine noticing progress without forcing it. Listen. I speak more smoothly than before. Now, repeat. I speak more smoothly than before. Now listen again. My words come out more naturally. Now, shadow it. My words come naturally. Now imagine a calm sense of self-trust. Listen. I trust my voice in English. Now, repeat. I trust my voice in English. Now listen again. I let myself speak without holding back. Now, shadow it. I let myself speak. Now imagine the end of a long, full day. Listen. I'm ready to rest now. Now, repeat. I'm ready to rest now. Now listen again. I've done enough for today. Now, shadow it. I've done enough. Now imagine one last thought before everything fades out. Listen. I'll come back to this practice again. Now. Repeat. I'll come back to this practice again. Now listen again. Step by step. It keeps working. Now. Shadow it. Step by step. Let the silence return. You've stayed with the language. You've allowed it to flow without pressure. You didn't force fluency. You practiced living with English. That's what real progress feels like. Whenever you listen again, remember this rhythm: calm, natural, human. This is English in mastery. The calm stays with you. There's nothing left to push, nothing left to prove. Listen. I feel at ease with my English now. Now. Repeat. I feel at ease with my English now. Now listen again. More natural. English doesn't feel like an effort anymore. It feels familiar. Now. Shadow it. It feels familiar. As you move forward, English becomes part of your routine, not a separate task. Listen. I use English naturally in small moments. Now. Repeat. I use English naturally in small moments. Now listen again. I don't wait for the perfect time. I just use it when it comes up. Now. Shadow it. I just use it when it comes up. Now imagine a final everyday exchange. Listen. All right. Talk to you later. Sounds good? Now. Repeat. All right. Talk to you later. Sounds good. Now listen again. Catch up with you soon. Now. Shadow it. Catch up with you soon. Now imagine standing still for a moment. Listen. I take a breath and let everything settle. Now. Repeat. I take a breath. I let everything settle. Now listen again. There's nothing else I need to do right now. Now. Shadow it. There's nothing else I need to do. Now imagine one last quiet realization. Listen. This way of learning fits my life. Now. Repeat. This way of learning fits my life. Now listen again. It's simple, realistic, and sustainable. Now. Shadow it. It's sustainable. Now imagine the practice gently ending. Listen. I carry this feeling with me. Now. Repeat. I carry this feeling with me. Now listen again. I don't leave English behind. It stays with me. Now. Shadow it. It stays with me. Let the silence return. You've listened. You've repeated. You've stayed present. That's enough. This practice doesn't end here. It continues every time you notice a thought, a sentence, or a moment in English, quietly, naturally. Thank you for spending this time with English in Mastery. Come back whenever you need to slow down, reconnect, and build fluency the real way. The space stays quiet. Nothing more needs to be added. Listen. I let this moment end naturally. Now. Repeat. I let this moment end naturally. Now listen again. I don't rush away from it. I simply move on. Now. Shadow it. I simply move on. There's no strong ending here, just a gentle return to your day. Listen. I carry this calm with me. Now. Repeat. I carry this calm with me. Now listen again. I don't lose it when the video ends. Now. Shadow it. I don't lose it. Take one slow breath in and breathe out. You've done the work by staying present, by listening, by repeating, by letting English flow without pressure. That's enough for today. Let the silence remain. The moment settles completely. There's nothing more to add, nothing more to reach for. Listen. I'm ready to return to my day. Now, repeat. I'm ready to return to my day. Now listen again. More natural. I take this calm with me as I move on. Now, shadow it. I take this calm with me. English doesn't stay inside this session. It goes with you into real moments, into real conversations, into real life. Listen. I notice English around me more now. Now. Repeat. I notice English around me more now. Now listen again. I hear it. I understand it. And I respond naturally. Now. Shadow it. I respond naturally. There's no rush to practice more right now. You've already done enough by staying present. Listen. I trust this process. Now. Repeat. I trust this process. Now listen again. It's working, even when I'm not thinking about it. Now. Shadow it. It's working. As everything comes to a close, keep one simple thought. Listen. Consistency matters more than intensity. Now. Repeat. Consistency matters more than intensity. Now listen again. Small, calm practice adds up over time. Now. Shadow it. Small practice adds up. Let the silence finish the work. You can pause here. You can come back tomorrow. You can return whenever you need this rhythm again. English grows with you, not ahead of you, at your pace, in your life. This is English in Mastery.